Super Smash Bros. Is a pretty well-known game on every Nintendo console. It's also really good. There's just one tiny problem. I'm poor. So in this video I will make my own Super Smash Bros. Type of game. Before making this game we need to know what Super Smash Bros. Is. Super Smash Bros. Is a game where you kill your friends. Like, you kill them in the game, not in real life, of course, because that would be illegal and, you know, kind of weird. If you kill your friends in real, don't kill your friends in real life, please. So now that we know what we need to make, we have to actually make it. I started with the player movement. This was pretty easy actually. We just read the input from the player's joystick, and this gives a value between -1 and 1 for the x and y axis. If we multiply this by the movement speed and add this to the velocity of the player moves, and that's what we want. So this sounds pretty easy, right? Yeah, well, no, it was not. Because I had to make it compatible with multiple controllers. Because that's like the whole point of a multiplayer couch game. But it was not fun. Like, at all. But I didn't give up and I fought for what I wanted. For my country, for my people. And finally, after 2 days, I could join the game with multiple controllers. Oh yeah, for some reason the yellow player is green. I don't know what happened there. The person who did that is so stupid. But for the multiple controller input I had to use the new Unity input system. Because that exists. I have been using Unity for 3 years and I had no idea there was a whole new input system. Like, it exists for more than 2 years? Where did it come from? Where? I also added health points and a basic hit system. The points will be taken if you die until you have no points left. And how do you kill people? Well, by pushing them off a platform. That's the game. But how does it work? Well, with my very intuitive system, which is really bad. Haha. So every player has a hitbox for every side of the player. And when a player enemy enters this hitbox and the player presses the attack button while pointing the joystick in the same direction, it will give the enemy a force in that direction. It works, but it's not really what I want, and it's also pretty bad looking. But I don't care. I do actually care, and I will change this later on. If you push somebody off, I want to be able to win, right? So now you can win. Now you can win. Wait. Do you guys hear that? Yeah, me neither, because there are no sounds. So I made this audio manager script, totally without any help. Thank you, brackies. But it works really good. It will play music and sounds, even when you switch between scenes. That's because I put it on don't destroy on load. So it doesn't destroy on load. That's literally what it says. Why do I explain this? Talking about music, I need music, because what is a game without music? Hey FL Studio. And so there was music. Now we're at a point where the game works, but it doesn't really feel like a good polished game. Post-processing. PP for short. Yeah, post-processing is like editing a video while you're recording it, I think. And just make the game look better. And we add some bloom and it already looks better. But it's still not good enough. I think I have to face my fears and change the way you attack. Yeah. Instead of a dumb way of doing it, like I did before with hitboxes, I just make a pusher. This is a pusher. It pushes things. I also changed the player sprites, so it looks a bit better, and yellow is now actually yellow and not green. I also put a player number above the player, so you know which player you are, which is kind of useful if you're both the same color. By making the pusher, I changed the whole attack system actually. Instead of working with these hitboxes, only the pusher has a hitbox. If this hitbox collides with another player, it will add velocity to the player in the opposite direction. By pressing the attack button, you start an animation, and the hitbox of the pusher only activates when the animation is going on. So when you collide with another player without pushing, you don't randomly get pushed. You can also push yourself up by pressing down. This sounds weird, but it works. This will give you a pretty big jump, and you can even jump after that to get more height. I also added this little push sound. It's good, right? You can also jump after being launched if you didn't jump before that. Normally it checks if you're on the ground or on another player. If you get launched, you're not on the ground or another player, but you can still jump because you didn't jump. It sounds weird, but it makes sense if you're playing it. Believe me. Now the game works like I want it to work, but it could use some more things, like a trail after the player. This is actually really easy in Unity. You just add a trail renderer on the player. Only problem, it teleports with the player when it dies, so it's like a lightning strike. I don't know, but that's an easy fix with one line of code. I think the game is nearly done. I just want to make the UI better. For this I will use Adobe's color wheel. Believe me, it's actually really useful. You just select a color and it gives you multiple colors that correspond with the one selected color, and they just look good together, which is really useful because, you know, if colors don't work together, it sucks, right? However, I don't really like how the music works with everything, so hey FL Studio. Yeah, I made multiple songs, one for the battle, one if you win, and one for the main menu. If you have played Mario Kart Wii, you may know that the music develops with every menu. So like it starts simple and then it gets more upbeat, I think. Well, I like that, so I did it too. I actually used Wii Fit, MarioWare, Kirby and SNES sound fonts, I think, to make these songs, and it worked pretty well. So yeah, I think it's time to play some pushover. You can download it on itch.io with a link in the description if you want to play it yourself. And that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.